Hello everybody, my name is Muhammad Aslan and I'm here to present to you the brief introduction of the project that I've been working on for the Google Season of Talks 2019. The organization that I've been working on, the project is OpenMRS. Our motto is to write code and save lives. The project title is Review and Refactoring Existing Wiki to be more user profile driven. The mentor I had during my project was Cynthia and Tui. In the next few slides, I would be presenting to you about my project, what is the progress of the project, how much of it has been done, and how it was done. So stay tuned to find out more. In order to understand more about the project, we first need to understand what information architecture is. Information architecture is a science of organizing and structuring the content of a website or a mobile application. We can argue over why information architecture is important. Information architecture is important because nowadays people want information to be present on their fingertips. If they do not find what they are looking for in 2 to 3 clicks, most likely they will never come back. This is the main reason we will lose a lot of viewers. This is why we need to make sure that user experience is friendly and interactive as much as it can be. The first step in determining the information architecture is to identify the type of users that we have. Persona development is one of the most basic, simple and effective way to do so. In the persona development phase, we re-evaluated the previously available personas on Wiki. And after the input from the community members, we came up with the new personas that are listed below. The main Wiki personas we came up with are the Curious, the OpenMRS implementer, OpenMRS developer, a technical writer, and an OpenMRS user. Just to give an example of how the work has been carried out in the persona development phase, here we have shown the Curious user's persona. A curious user is defined as somebody who wants to know more about OpenMRS. We have no idea about their technical background or expertise. A curious person can be somebody who is interested in being an OpenMRS developer, an OpenMRS implementer, an OpenMRS user, or somebody who wants to contribute towards OpenMRS. They would need to have all the high-level information about everything related to OpenMRS. The personas that have been developed were reviewed from the experts from the community and their feedback was implemented. The information architecture related to all the personas have been developed after looking at the personas themselves, and that would be shown in the next slides. In order to find more things that can be corrected about our wiki, some of more things that can be made better, we decided to compare our wiki with that of similar organizations. The list of organizations provided below are all the organizations that are working in the health sector, and their wikis have been compared with that of OpenMRS Wiki, and the conclusions we got were used to further improve the information architecture of our wiki. Now let's talk about some of the bad stuff we find on our wiki after all the comparisons and the persona development phase. Although we have a community full of enthusiastic developers, managers, and different types of contributors, but Wiki has not been getting a lot of attention. Some of the problems that were found were listed here. The organization of the pages is a major problem. There were too many similar pages, and that in the developer manual there was a lot of technical stuff with no prior explanations. Some of the pages were empty, and most of the pages on Wiki were outdated. In order to improve the user experience, we not only needed to improve and reshape our information architecture, but also to remove pages that no longer had significant meanings. Those pages were targeted who were outdated and can be easily removed to reduce the entropy in our wiki, and that will significantly improve the user experience. Some of those archivable pages are shown in the slide. Similarly, some of the pages were present in the wrong space. They needed to be removed and shifted to their correct spaces in order to have a pleasant user experience. For example, take a release tab as a note. The Release tab contains all the OpenMRS release information such as release notes and related. It is of more significant importance for implementers to see this page, and this page is present in OpenMRS resources. However, it should be present in the documentation space. Many of such examples are given in the work link that has been provided on the doc thread and can be used to significantly improve the user experience of a non-technical user. Another problem is the presence of similar pages on our wiki. There are many pages in OpenMRS Wiki that give away the same meaning. These are the pages that can easily be merged into one entity. For example, OpenMRS Implementation Survey for the year 2012 and OpenMRS Implementation Survey are two different pages. If we combine these two pages and information contained in it, it won't affect our wiki negatively. Rather, it will give away a positive user experience, and a user who is interested in knowing about the implementation service can know about everything related to that on a single page, which is a good thing. Some of the other resources that we use to validate the information architecture are given below. They were the tree jack service, the card sorting, the non-technical users' opinions, the community feedback, and the internet research. The new information architecture, more examples of previously shown problems, additional suggestions, as well as recommendations have been added in a project work folder. The folder is available for documentation team to work on. I myself would love to help in the implementation of suggestions and recommendations as well as the new information architecture. If you are having any problem accessing the Google Drive folder for the information architecture as well as other suggestions and recommendations, or are having problem understanding it, feel free to contact me. I would love to help. In the end, I would like to offer my special thanks to all the supporting community members for their comments, suggestions, and recommendations during the project. I would never be able to make it without your help. I would like here to especially thank Jennifer for always being available and showing a close interest in my work, helping me out whenever I need it, and giving the comments and valuable feedback. I would also like to thank Tender Martin, Cliff, and Juliet for always being available in case I had any blockers during my project or having any trouble figuring something out. Thank you, Juliet, for organizing the documentation forum every week without any troubles. And Tendo and Cliff for organizing and managing the whole Google season of documentation program on OpenMRS Talk and giving us all the information well in time. In the last, if you want to have any conversation related to the project with me, I have given my talk ID. I am available on OpenMRS Talk @MARSLAN8530. You can reach me out and we can discuss anything related to the project if you want. Thank you very much for your support and valuable feedbacks. It was a memorable journey for me.